Be alone.
Oh yeah, we didn't do Valentine's Day. I know we don't do Valentine's Day, but
No.
did you guys do anything?
No. Daryl had flowers delivered the day before. He goes, these aren't Valentine's flowers. I'm like, okay, fine.
Do they have red and pink in them?
I don't do red ever.
Okay.
And so they were a pink and a white. They were very pretty because one year he didn't do it. He's like, I thought you didn't want to celebrate Valentine's. I'm like, look, if you're going to establish that you're sending me flowers every year, you better fucking do it.
Right.
Because I look forward to the flowers. Because I don't know when they're coming. Because I know they're not coming on
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'm sorry. I screwed up. I'm like, what a shock. You know, I go, this is why I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. This is exactly why.
The expectation is ridiculous.
I hate it. A couple of years ago, I made him like the 6-course meal because I felt bad that I don't like Valentine's Day.
And you're like, I'm taking that away from him.
I'm going to do something to show him, whatever. So this year I was going to do it again. And we were on our way to Napa when we were talking about it. I said, listen, I got to tell you, I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I'm like, I refuse. I hate Valentine's Day so much.
Can we do it on the weekend after?
Can we do anything else? And he's like, you don't have to do anything. I go, but you're going to be sad.
Because you want to celebrate
you like
love.
Valentine's Day. And by the way, I would like to note, I blame his mother for all of this.
Really?
She's a teacher.
Oh.
This is what they do.
Yeah,
this
that's true.
It is
they
part
take
of
holidays to do. Yeah,
well, it's educational now. It's
you
social.
See my son.
Yes,
he couldn't even walk in the door. He had to make 2 trips.
Yeah,
with all of the stuff he
what?
got on Valentine's Day.
And that, how many times have I said it? That's where
Valentine's Day is for children.
That's where it belongs. It belongs in the schools. It is the teachers who are really into it, and I honor it.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm so happy that they love that. Well, that doesn't end when they clock out at 3:00. They bring it home. So Daryl is all about all the holidays.
Right.
Because he remembers, because his mom was so good at it.
Well,
right?
she prepared for holidays for her students. Yeah.
It's part of the curriculum.
Right.
Like, so for him, it's like, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like, I don't give a fuck.
No. But now, so I feel bad.
Yeah,
And I
agreed.
said, all right. I said, how about this? I would love to make you dinner. But I'm not going to, I can't. I mean, it's the day after we got back. It was right after Super Bowl.
I have to go grocery shopping and all that.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
No. And I said, but I will do this because it'll be great. It'll be fun. And we had such a great time last time. He got so full last time he almost fell asleep at the table. I said, are you all right? He goes, this is the best meal I've ever had. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you like it. I go, are you going to fall asleep? He goes, I'm very full.
Food coma.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
That's cute.
He was a little embarrassed. I go, well, you look like a kitten. I'm just saying. You look like a kitten with milk mouth.
Or babies with milk mouth, they get it too.
He's like milk,
so cute.
He's a little milk drunk. It's really cute.
Like,
anyway, so I am making him dinner and I'm making him a lemon meringue pie.
Yum,
and,
delicious.
Yeah, so I am doing
so,
it.
Well, so
Did you do
I guess I forgot that in the early years we apparently did celebrate Valentine's Day.
Oh, really?
But not on a huge level like some people go crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember that, and because it's been so long,
right,
you know.
Right.
So he's like, yeah,
Hey.
let's get steak and lobster and do for Valentine's Day, and
You're
I'm
all,
like,
what?
And I go, since when do? And then he kept because then I was kind of like, whatever. Like I think I kind of blew it off or whatever because it started in the morning. And I happened to be my day off. He's like, kept bringing it up, like mentioning it over like the course of the day. And after a while, I'm like, why do you keep bringing this up? Like this whole steak and lobster thing. Like since when do we give a shit about Valentine's Day? Yeah. He's like, we always celebrated Valentine's Day. Don't you remember? We always did. And we would either go out to dinner or we would make steak and lobster. And I'm like, well, I had to think, because we've been together. It's been 25 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe we did. And I just don't remember. It's been 15 years. I don't know. But I'm like, so I'm like, really?
Did it start coming to you?
I did remember a few times where we went to dinner on Valentine's I don't ever remember feeling like gushy-ushy.
No, but it was Daryl he doesn't need an excuse, but he likes to have, if there's an excuse, he'll take advantage.
Well,
and that's
these
kind
days,
of the thing.
These days, Jerry is like a semi-dried up sponge where he's hoping for a drop of water. Like, please, God, just
give me
can we just acknowledge that we're even married, and
You're
that
like, fine, I'll get steak.
That we've chosen to be together and that we're not just trapped. And I'm like, all right, fine. Okay, fine. So we went to the store. We bought lobsters. We bought the filet mignon. I'm not even a huge filet mignon person.
No. It's not the greatest.
I can't remember the last time I had one. It's been so long.
You have to drench it in butter.
Yeah, but the thing I do love about filet mignon is if you like rare steak, which I do.
Yes.
Rare filet mignon is
very good.
Bomb.
You're right.
So, yes, we enjoyed.
My mouth is watering right now.
We got 4 lobster tails because we thought Jeff might try to eat one. He took a bite and he's like, I don't like it. I'm like, okay. So that we did. And I indulged him and we did that.
That's very sweet. Yeah. So I'm basically doing the same thing.
Yeah. Mine, it wasn't 6 courses, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
it was
like
steak,
I said,
lobster, and baked potatoes, and it was like
that sounds delicious.
But you have to remember that Jerry eats like a 5-year-old, so
that's fine. That sounds like a delicious
the fact that
meal.
he even eats lobster is shocking to me.
I'd be like, shall I put a green on this, or are we just doing steak and lobster?
No,
a chive?
Hell no. He'd be like, "Oh, you accidentally got a chive on mine."
There's an accidental vegetable on this.
He'd pick it off and be like, "No, it tastes like chive on that bite."
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're right. I was talking to a friend of mine about it. I go, "You and your wife celebrate Valentine's?" He's like, "Fuck no." And I'm like, "You don't?" He goes, "No." He goes, "In fact, we went out and they were talking about Valentine's or something." He goes, "It was like our second or third month or date or whatever it was." And he looked at her and he goes, "You know what? I think," he goes, "I know you're the one for me." Because she's like, "Fuck Valentine's Day." He's like, "Want to get married?"
Yeah, like, right? Perfect.
Yes. And I said, "God, I love that. I love that."
Huh? I know.
I don't hold it against anyone that Daryl loves it. It's not that at all. I do feel like an asshole every February. And I hate that about myself, but I'm not going to change.
No, I agree.
I'm not going to do it.
I feel like it's Valentine's Day to me is, and birthdays are for like younger people. Like the people that I work with who are in their 20s, they are all about Valentine's Day. They are all about their birthdays and everything. They're in their early 20s.
They have their whole life ahead of them.
Right? I'm like, I don't ever really remember being like that, but
I was never like that.
I don't think I was either.
I celebrated my 21st birthday publicly, and that was the last time I did that.
I did too. It was awful. The only fun I ever had at 21 was when you and I went out.
Oh, we had so much fun.
But when I went out with my friends and stuff like that, I hated it.
It's so not authentic.
It was just cheap and
it just doesn't feel authentic.
No,
you know,
I hated it.
Actually, this
and
Napa
sleazy.
trip, somehow my birthday came up. They're like, "We don't even know when your birthday is," and Daryl's like, "It's May 15th," and I'm like,
shut up.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I was like, "What the hell?" And
that is so offensive.
My sister-in-law goes, "I never knew your birthday," and I'm like,
"Oh my God,
forget what you heard.
You're drunk, and this is a foggy memory.
You will not." She goes, "You're a Taurus," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am. Stubborn."
Supposedly, I'm an Aquarius.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
Who does that remind you of?
40-year-old version.
Right, okay.
I mean, that does.
Well, didn't someone else funny did Will Ferrell, didn't he sing that song like on SNL or something?
Oh, probably. Who knows?